Lemley, and I am here on Kauai and just finished a conversation with Brother Michael McIntosh. He and Josh are producing a training program, a live training program on releasing the brakes. And this is something that I've actually been looking into myself, and just getting that sense of giving myself permission to be successful. And where are my brakes? What are the brakes that I've definitely been doing everything to move forward in life, and studying, and just all the different things, putting myself in really awesome situations that would seem like, why aren't I more successful by now? Why don't I have more to show for my efforts? And it really has to do with these breaks. I haven't given myself full permission to be successful. And so it just takes looking into, in a deeper way, where is it in me that's stopping me? I know all these tricks that the metaphysical tricks that they talk about, and the mental picturing, and I have manifested pretty much everything that I've ever written on one of my vision boards to one degree or another. And to my amazement, even pulling out files and saying, oh my gosh, I wrote that on there, and I just finished doing that, and just with extreme delight, and so, but sometimes it's taken longer, or certain things just never seem to happen. And I do believe, because I keep putting it on there, that it will happen. And where am I stopping myself? We were talking about some different things, what causes people to stop themselves or stay in victim mode. I don't care for that kind of terminology personally. I just cringe, maybe because it's something that I have actually done. I don't like to think of myself as a victim, but maybe I've played that role, and without really realizing it. And anyway, the point is, sometimes we actually take benefit from those situations. We don't have to take full responsibility for our lives. If we're not a victim, then we're actually responsible for our situation, for our reality, for what's going on around us. And so we would have to take full responsibility. If we take those brakes off, that means we're on our own. We're having to do it all on our own. Even though we were already doing that, we were already creating that situation, something within us kind of uses these excuses, or oh, I hurt my leg, or I have this problem, or I don't make enough money, or I work too many hours at my other job, so I could never do another, start my own business because I've got to work and I've got to make money. Whatever those are, there's brakes there. You're putting the brakes on. You're stopping yourself from moving forward. It could even be your health. Like, I know people who they have all their excuses or reasons why they can't do something, why they can't heal. And they're just choosing to not look at certain things or to take certain actions. And, sometimes it has to do with just one thing, one major deep thing from, when you were really small, that you learned to cope with your family issues, that you're still holding on to that coping mechanism because that kept you safe. But you no longer need that. But it might seem like you need it because you keep creating situations where you need it because you believe you need that. But you can create something different, and that would be a break, or a way of not giving yourself permission to be successful in some area of your life, whether it be your health, money, relationships, whatever it is. And if you find that one thing, that one major thing, and you release that break, then all the other ones that you were perceiving were there are either easier or they just disappear. Like for me, I feel mine had to do with my self-respect, self-confidence, believing in myself, all these things. Well, I have been making effort to turn that one around with self-hypnosis and acknowledging it, seeing what is the root problem. I think it's from when I was around 2, I developed a coping mechanism around shame and guilt, and that helped me deal with my family environment. And I don't need that anymore. I don't even live near my family. I live in Hawaii, they're in Michigan and Indiana. You know, there's no need for that anymore, and they're doing different things anyway. And I'm not dependent on them for my survival. So it's not necessary, but tuning into it is necessary. Seeing, oh, I have that there, and so I need to transform it. And what I've had to do is actually release the brakes around all my systems of belief to kind of see everything. And then slowly and actually it's kind of quick, really, even though I feel like sometimes it's slow, but just changing certain things, little things, and doing everything that I can possibly think of, all the tools that I've gathered and thought of, I'm using them to transform. And I'm not letting up, because it takes persistence, because it's really easy to go back. I'm 38 years old, so from 2, that means 36 years I've had this coping mechanism in place. The brakes have been on since 36 years, and that's a pretty good amount of time to just, have a certain area of your life held in place. Even though all around I'm going forward, nothing happening, because that brake is solid, it's in lock. And I put other brakes in to help keep that in lock, so to speak. And I've lifted that brake, but some part of me still wants to keep putting that back, it's like, oh. But I'm like, no, here's another angle, here's another angle, here's another angle. I'm clearing that. Self-hypnosis, self-talk, exercise, cleansing, doing body work. I've had, the Ida Rolf's structural integration, that whole thing was hugely transforming, on a physical level, because we hold these memories in our cells. So I've just done all kinds of stuff, and listening to Brother Michael and what he's offering and how he's creating this course and what it entails to help others to release their brakes as well. And it's just, I really am feeling different within myself. I'm seeing things differently. It's like an attitude shift, and I do see where the old thoughts want to come in, and I am consciously choosing to let go and move towards this other avenue. It's like, no, that reason for that is no longer part of my life. I'm letting go of that. I'm letting go of that. This is where I'm going now, and focusing on, why might I feel excited right now? What's going to excite me right now? That's for me, that's my little mechanism. And so if that's not exciting me, then I'm letting it go. And I'm doing everything. I'm even taking herbs. There's some herbs that just kind of are dealing with some of the issues that I feel are within me. My organs, I practice medical Qigong, so I know about balancing my organs. And so I'm doing every little trick, tool, because I really want to change this thing within myself. I recognize this is my big break, and if I pull that out, there's nothing going to stop me. So if you wanted to do that too, I recommend you take the course with Josh and Michael, because why not be 100% successful? Why not say 100% yes to life? Can you imagine just if you stopping yourself from saying yes to all the wonderful things in life? I had a friend tell me yesterday that she can get herself into these really good places and feeling really good, and then as soon as she gets there, she doesn't know what to do with herself. So she starts going back down to where she was before because she's comfortable there. She's comfortable with the brakes on. She's like, whoa, I'm here, and there's just so much energy and life, and what do I do with this? She doesn't even know what to do. She feels more comfortable because she's had however many years of living with her brakes on and being the victim in certain situations. So Josh and Michael they're like really laying it out, and the two of them together are a fantastic team. And so I'm really excited for anyone who decides to do this, because I'm seeing huge transformation within myself by doing this, and I'm really excited about my life and what's to come. So anyway, I hope to take benefit from my little sharings here, and I really, really wish you well and success and amazing health and just abundant happiness. Abundant happiness. Aloha from Hawaii. This is Lisa Lemley. Mwah.